Make sure you check the descriptions for any links to, any pertinent articles I find. Um, and, form your own opinions, come up with your own thoughts. But I thought it was interesting how the media really turned on Elizabeth Warren because they had her back for a little bit with the DNA testing. Pretty much all of the articles were spin on what actually was happening, which is crazy, which says, I think, a lot more about, I think the burden rests a little bit more on the media in general, this tone, because that's probably why Elizabeth Warren posted, or put out her DNA test that pretty much prove that she isn't as Native American as she previously claimed. But yeah, the media covered for her immediately. Immediately it was Trump disproven, owes Warren $1 million. Elizabeth Warren, Native American, Trump should give her $1 million. DNA test found Elizabeth Warren is Native American. Trump's response, a lot of stuff along those lines, but after I think a couple more right-leaning people kind of said, "Hey, wait a minute, this isn't what happened at all." They kind of backpedaled and they thought, "Okay, gigs up," and started turning on her. And now the conversation, at least from a slightly left point of view, is why did she do that? Because now it's being labeled, from her own side as a distraction. As a distraction, I think they're right. They're right because you could have gone after Trump on. I mean, there's always something to go after Trump on. He talks too much and makes too many mistakes in his speech to not have something that you can spin into an article or a topic. But instead, especially with the midterms coming up, there was the distraction of her being called Pocahontas, and then her pretty much, I don't know, like shooting herself in the foot with that. It didn't help her. And that's pretty much just what's being repeated on TV, is that she hurt her own cause. So, I don't know, definitely a dumb move, but as far as things go, the media turned on her so fast, as they should have, because it didn't make sense in the first place, but it kind of just draws that the media will cover for her a lot if that's in their best interest, what a lot of time it is. So I see why she put it out, and she put it out because she thought she'd get some cover. I don't know why she thought. I think if they have a couple inches of truth in it, normally it can stick, but there was about zero. It was negative. It was negative truth. It was it was disproving. So it's definitely not a good look for Democrats or far left people. I think Democrats. I think Trump is more Democrat than any. Well, he's been more conservative a little bit, but things he's enacted aren't too overbearing. I think on the normal liberal moderate person's life. Far leftists hate him, can't stand him. But after I think the Kavanaugh, just kind of what that turned into, the Kavanaugh, I guess, being sworn in, turned into a really bad reflection on Democrats, and I think really hurt Democrats and far leftist views, because it showed the big mob that was starting to form, and it started to show the Democratic Party as a little bit more mob-like. And then this was just kind of the icing on the cake. Oh yeah, and by the way, the identity politics that is so strong on the left is also ridiculous, in that this woman claimed she was Native. Well, I mean, it's not ridiculous because she might actually have genuinely believed, in which case it's just more of a misunderstanding. But it's kind of weird that she got the test back, that she's, I guess, very small portion Peruvian, Colombian, whatever. It doesn't necessarily even prove. I guess she assumed no one was going to read it. but definitely a big mistake. And but it's just funny to see how the media, the that leans left, is turned, so one, supported her, and then two, turned on her.